Hey everyone, welcome to EnKore, and today we're going to talk about Ionic hair dryers. Hey everyone, welcome back. So not long ago I was preparing my hairstyling kit for a gig, and what I did is I filled up my sink with warm water and then I added my barbicidal solution to it, which is kind of like an antifungal barbicidal blue solution, you know, like when you go to the barber shop or your salon or your hairstylist, hair cutters, you'll see that they're hairstyling tools like combs and brushes and all that are soaking in this blue solution. So I use the same thing. It's very important if you are a hairstylist or a makeup artist doing hair, a little bit of hairstyling, that you go through that process every single time. And as I was doing that, I was also clearing out the bag, making sure that all my equipment is clean and pristine. And as I was like laying everything next to the sink, the next thing I knew, I heard this plump right into the water. I was just like, oh my god. And it turned out to be my Ionic hair dryer. And I was just like, oh no, my hair dryer is in the sink. And I knew right there and then that I'm not going to risk using the hair dryer because, you know, the solution has barbicide in it and it's probably going to cause a lot of problems in the internal parts of the hair dryer. Probably cause corrosion, the metals, things like that, and wiring, and I just didn't want to risk it. So I just said, oh well, I'm just going to need to order one. So I did. I ordered one, and I thought this would be a great time to talk about hair dryers, because I know a lot of you guys who's just now starting with doing hair and getting a little bit more conscious about hairstyles and stuff like that are wondering if the hairstyling tools, especially hair dryers, makes a difference on what kind they are. And the answer to that is yes, definitely. And today I'm just going to explain to you what the differences are and what the results are going to be and what you're going to gain from them. So I'm going to show you my other hair dryer, okay? And you've seen this hair dryer many times. I featured it in my curling lashes video, my cream foundation video, and it's this hair dryer right here, okay, which is a hair dryer and it's conventional, okay, conventional meaning it uses the old-fashioned technology, which has a metal coil that heats up, alright, and then there's a fan that blows air and basically just blow that hot air out, okay, and I use this hair dryer again, just for warming up things, like I featured in those videos. I use this in crafts if I need to, like, shrink wrap something or emboss something that you're going to need, like a heating, like air, hot air type thing. This is great for that. Like if I trim my sideburns and I get fall offs and cut hair, it's great for blowing those off, And one thing about old conventional hair dryers is that it just basically blows really, really hot air to your hair, and therefore it's causing it to dry and damage, okay? And basically you're just frying your hair with a conventional hair dryer, okay? You probably achieve better result if you stick your head in a hot oven, but I'm not going to tell you to do that, alright? But just kind of like getting a visual of what it really does is basically just like really, really frying your hair. And I'm going to show you some visuals later on to explain this further. Now, one thing I don't like about conventional hair dryers is that they overheat. I don't know if you guys notice, sometimes your hair dryer will go on and then it'll just stop because it's overheating, and then you have to like wait for a few minutes for it to cool down before you can use it again. And I know many of you has gone through that blowing air to help it cool down so that it'll start again, okay? Because it gets like so hot that, it'll just stop. Some of the greatest features about those kinds of hair dryers is they have an automatic kind of like sensor, and it will just stop. It will not turn on if it reaches a certain temperature. and sometimes that can be really, really annoying. So that's one thing I don't like about conventional hair dryers. Aside from, of course, you know, it really causes a lot of damage to your hair. So comparing that to an Ionic technology, or an Ionic hair dryer. This is my new one, and this is from Babyliss Pro, and I got this from beautychoice.com, which is a really great resource for a lot of newer technology, hairstyling and hair tools and all that kind of products. And of course, free shipping is amazing, you know, especially if you purchase stuff more than $50. They offer free shipping, so that saves you a lot of money. And of course, the constant sale and stuff like that that they offer. So I really took advantage of that and got this new Ionic hair dryer. And this is the Nano Titanium by Babyliss Pro. And it's blue. It's cute. Okay, and the difference between this and the conventional hair dryer is that it uses Ionic technology. Okay, and what it is that it either has a metal plate, all right, or a metal coil inside, and that metal part is encrusted with titanium particles, and it can be titanium. Some also have porcelain, some has all kinds of other elements, and what they all do is that they emit negative ions once they heat up. Okay, so when they heat up, they emit negative ions, and much like conventional hair dryers, it still has a fan. Okay, and the fan basically just helps blow out, okay, those negative ions. All right, and the negative ions, therefore, are, if you look at it really close, like in a microscope, they're basically small water molecules, and they are infused with negative ion. And what happens is that those molecules hits the hair or lands on your hair, and then it disperses into little smaller particles, okay, and then therefore that's going to help the cuticles of your hair flatten and moisturize, and it locks it in the cuticle, all right, and then it's going to leave your hair nice and smooth and frizz-free and soft, okay, because it's infusing negative ions right into the cuticle and the surface of your hair. Now another thing is that when you use Ionic hair dryers, it only uses half the heat to dry your hair, from comparing that to a conventional hair dryer. Okay, so therefore your hair is going to be less damaged. Okay, and what happens is that it also uses far infrared technology, and what that means is that your hair actually heats from the inside out, as opposed to frying the outer surface, which has the cuticles of your hair. Here are a couple of pictures that I'm going to show you, and these are microscopic pictures of hair, okay, using an electron microscope. Now this picture right here is what a healthy hair, healthy, nice, moisturized hair looks like, okay? And in this picture, this is what your hair looks like when you use a conventional hair dryer. And this is what a strand of hair looks like when it's dried with an Ionic hair dryer. So as you can see, the cuticles are flushed against the shaft, and you'll just see, you know, very, very minimal cuticles that are kind of like flared open, okay? Comparing that to a hair shaft or a strand of hair that's, you know, dried with a conventional hair dryer. Definitely a great deal of difference. Now when hair is over-processed and heat damaged, it looks like this. And this is what you want to avoid, guys. You don't want your hair to end up like this, because what happens, like, those cuticles are like so open that it's not protecting the shaft of the hair, and therefore that hair is going to be prone to getting brittle and breaking and getting split ends and all that, you know, stuff you don't want on your hair. So definitely a great advantage to using an Ionic hair dryer, okay, over a conventional hair dryer. And one thing great about Ionic hair dryers is, like I said, it uses far infrared technology, which means that your hair actually warms up from the inside out, okay? And then on the surface, on the outer part, those negative ions are actually helping the cuticles, okay, to get flattened. And between the combination of the two, your hair is going to plump up, it's going to look a lot healthier, and therefore it's going to result into thicker looking, more voluminous hair. Okay, you get bigger, bigger. Alright, just nice, healthy, thick looking hair. And it's got the shine, it's got the volume, it's no frizz, you know, you won't get any frizzing, and it's just going to result into a really, really healthy looking hair. So that's the difference between using a conventional hair dryer and an Ionic hair dryer. So hopefully that helps you guys out, and hopefully this video helps too for those of you guys who are starting. So just click on the link in the more info section for some great deals on hair dryers, and until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye!